Pagosa Springs, Colorado is a great town to visit, especially if you're into waterfalls and hot springs. So if you're looking for something to do in this small and secluded town, here are the 10 best things to do in Pagosa Springs. First up, we have the hot springs, the Springs Resort, sitting right in the middle of town. In the resort, you can choose from many different pools of various degrees, sitting above the San Juan River. This resort is spendy. You're going to spend at least over $60 just to get in, but you can also sit in the free hippie dip right across the river. These springs sit right on the edge of the river and are free and open to the public, which brings me to my second thing, floating down the river. Whether you have a tube or a kayak, floating down the San Juan River is a free and fun activity for all. If you don't have a tube, you can get one at the local Walmart, or you can even rent them. There are even people who will shuttle you up the river. My favorite thing to do is to take the tube multiple times and walk up the river walk and float down, and then get off at the hot springs and relax there as I watch other people flip their tubes. Silver Falls is one of the great waterfalls you can visit in the Pagosa area. It is just under a half-mile out and back again hike to these falls. The last bit of hiking is a little bit steep, but still my 3-year-old could hike it. And to get to the trailhead, you're going to have to take a road known as East Fork San Juans River Forest Service Road. It is suggested that you take a high clearance vehicle. I did it in a Toyota Camry, but there is one steep creek you might have to drive through, but you can park on the other side and hike over it. It just adds an extra 200 feet to the hike. Here is an easier waterfall to get to, Treasure Falls. By the way, I suggest seeing all waterfalls in this area in late spring or early summer. By the time it gets to late summer, a lot of the waterfalls are at really low flow. They're a lot better to see in early summer. Trust me. You can view this waterfall right from the parking lot on Highway 160 or Wolf Creek Pass, or you can take the really short hike right up to the base. Speaking of Wolf Creek Pass, there's a lot of scenic drives to see in this area. Wolf Creek Pass would be one of the easiest one of these scenic drives, as it is a paved highway, and there is a nice scenic lookout on the southern side, as well as one at the top, which you can access via an easy gravel road. A couple other easy scenic drives would be Mill Creek or the Piedra Loop, which goes from Pagosa to Williams Creek Reservoir, or some moderate drives would be like Blanco Basin or Summitville. There's a lot of open land here and a lot to see here. It's pretty cool. Before I continue, I'd like to let you know that I make videos exclusively about Colorado, so anything you want to know about Colorado, I have it. Whether you're looking for a certain area or certain geological features such as waterfalls or hot springs, it's here or coming out soon. Or you can check out my map down below. That's where I hide the good stuff. Now let's get back to it. While you're doing the Piedra Scenic Drive, another easy waterfall to get to would be Piedra Falls. It's just a 1 mile out and back again easy hike. Pretty neat to check out and fun for the whole family. If you want to check out some ancient Indian ruins about 1,000 years old, come to Chimney Rock. Chimney Rock on its own is just a really cool geological feature to check out with the spire coming out of the top, but hiking around on the top, you're going to find many different Indian ruins, such as the Great House or the Ridge House. There's also some easily accessed paved handicap trails at the top as well. Now here are 2 great, beautiful waterfalls right next to each other. This is Falls Creek Falls and 4 Mile Falls. To get to these 2 waterfalls, it is about a 6 mile out and back again hike, but it is well worth it. The views are awesome. There's not a lot of valleys in Colorado that give you 2 amazing waterfalls right next to each other. Worth the trip. Another popular activity to do in the area is to take a hot air balloon. You can take a hot air balloon over Pagosa and check out the views of the wilderness that surrounds this place. It is really quite an amazing sight. All right, before I get to the last one, here are a couple runner-ups. This is a great place to check out the fall colors. There's going to be multiple hikes, multiple drives, and multiple viewpoints where you can see amazing fall colors everywhere. Another event to check out here is the Rodeo. They have a rodeo every Thursday night and on the 4th of July. Another runner-up would be Opal Lake. This is a fun hike to do. And if you're into hiking, well then stay tuned, as I have a video coming out soon about the 10 best hikes in the Pagosa Springs area. Or if it's out already, I'll try to put it down in the description below. Now let's get back to it. All right, now for the last one. And this is an amazing hike. This is a 10 mile out and back again hike to Rainbow Springs. You're going to start from the West Fork of the San Juans River and go up through this valley. If you go in the early summer, you're going to be surrounded by waterfalls. I counted 20 waterfalls on this hike. And at the end, you're going to find a beautiful rainbow-colored hot springs. Now, if you go too early in the summer, the hot springs could be drowned out by the river. But seriously, this is an awesome hike, one of my favorites in the area. Great for backpacking as well. All right, thanks for staying till the end. I hope you've enjoyed this. Be sure to subscribe as I make a new video every week about Colorado, and check out my older videos. Literally anything you want to know about Colorado, I have it.